A technology so valuable that governments from all around the world are investing billions into its production. Semiconductors are used in almost every sector of electronics. They're in mobile phones, satellite systems, and chips for artificial intelligence. And Malaysia is hoping to get a piece of the action, planning to train 60,000 local semiconductor engineers. This is all part of Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim's target of investing $107 billion into the country's semiconductor industry, hoping to position itself as a global manufacturing hub. The country's production of semiconductors has seen an upward trend from 9 years ago, increasing by more than double to 35 billion in 2023. And major tech and chip-making sectors have locked on the country. This includes chipmaker Intel, which plans on investing $7 billion to turn the country into its main production base in Asia. And Google will pour $2 billion to develop its first data center and Google Cloud Hub. The Malaysian government has offered tax incentives for technology-related investments, and this includes data centers. And the country has plenty of resources that are relatively cheaper than its Asian neighbours, a low inflation rate, and an undervalued currency. Analysts say that the inflow of foreign investments will help create more jobs and stimulate economic growth. Others are more cautious, saying it may divert investments from local businesses, and potential profits may not be reinvested into the host country. But it looks like this technology is here to stay, and Malaysia hopes that by investing big, it will reap the financial rewards. Emre Boz, TRT World.
For more on this, let's bring in Fah Kim Beng in Kuala Lumpur. He's founder and CEO of the Strategic Pan-Indo-Pacific Arena. Good to have you here with us. Now, Malaysia is already a major player in the semiconductor industry. What makes it so attractive for big companies to invest billions of dollars in recent years?
One of the key reasons is the fact that Malaysia has actually been involved and been investing in the semiconductor industry since 1970, if not earlier. Now, a city such as Penang, which is an island north of Kuala Lumpur, 3 hours by car away, has been the main pillar of the Malaysian economy when it comes to the semiconductor industry. So what we are doing right now is actually a continuation of that legacy that has been established since 1970. Given the fact that Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim is actually from that state itself, Penang, he can see the linearity and the causality of that vision, that if he continues on this trajectory and path, he will be able to lead Malaysia out of any economic doldrums.
Right now, the Asia-Pacific region has become a global hub for the chip-making industry. How is Malaysia navigating its market position?
Malaysia has actually done a very good job in the sense that it has been able to understand the trend towards the new next era is basically driven primarily by semiconductor, because the industry to come will be dominated by automation, artificial intelligence, analysis of big data, augmented reality, so on and so forth. So these are the kind of industries that are in need of fast and high bandwidth of semiconductors between 2 and 5 nanometers. So not unless Malaysia pitches itself at the forefront of this race and tries to be parallel with the economic plan of semiconductor of South Korea, or even Japan, for instance, for that matter, Taiwan, which dominates in this industry, whereas Taiwan Semiconductor Corporation has up to 92% of the 2 to 5 nanometer markets in the world. Malaysia will be left behind. So Malaysia is now trying to preempt that possibility by joining the race and forging ahead by working with the likes of its old customers, such as Intel, AMD, Google, Microsoft, and the likes. This is quite impressive.
Right, and you mentioned that these developments had begun in the 70s. How has Malaysia's industry evolved since then?
Malaysia industry has always been able to evolve in spite of any political interference or issues such as corruption. But given the fact that this new administration is very adamant that corruption cannot be any factors that interrupt or disrupt this industry, I think this industry, what I'm referring to is actually the semiconductor industry, will become one of the key pillars of the Malaysian economy to come, aside from energy transition to renewable energy by 2020.
Right, we'll have to leave it there, Fah Kim Beng. Great to have your thoughts.